Yeah, we got Queege in a match. I wonder when it's going to end. I noticed that earlier, Rick. Yeah. I'm hoping that he's watching the stream still and he can hear me whispering his name onto the wind. Queege, come play with us. Get out your set. Ain't nobody care about that set. Come fight Onagai. Let's go, Queege. He heard his voice whispered on the wind. Let's do first to 5, guys. First to 5. Queege versus Onagai. I would say Ryu has some potential as being my second, says Karina. Yeah, Ryu is super fun. My Kuma is good when I actually play the game, but I totally see where this comes from. Well, I mean, I think that good is relative. What I find Nuke is that when any player that says that they're good, they're almost always free. And if they're not free to me, then they're free to somebody. But they're usually free to me. I think that maybe you shouldn't focus so much on whether or not you're good with the character, and focus more on, you know, kind of beating the next opponent, right? Beating the next opponent and getting stronger. Thanks, I'm really good. Fucking make it out, Dank. Dude, fucking, oh, that was sick. So we got a Ken mirror here. Queege, one of the strongest players I've ever fought. Onagai, one of the strongest players I've ever fought. Okay. This is going to be a really exciting set here. My defense is impregnable. I must stress, guys, it's the first Bruise Day Tuesday in 3 weeks, and I wish I could have got the face cam for you guys and been able to stream longer. But we're still in our week of recovery streams. For about another week here, I'm probably going to be doing kind of low-key streams, trying to get my health back. And having you guys come out means a lot to me. Because I really missed streaming, I missed you guys. Oh, sick! Fucking sick. Ooh! The back. Oh, with punish? With punish? Whoa, what the buffer? Oh, that was amazing! How the hell? What a punish! Oh my god. Close the... Seal the deal, Rick. Oh, wow. Did you just see Rick jump back roundhouse and hit Ken? How? Ken is so fucking small. Double dragon, dude. Billy Lee Indian. The red parry strong super. Oh my god. What a set. Oh, sick parry. A nice reaction block there from Rick. We'll go for the EX Tatsumaki, the Hind D, hoping he gets a launch so he can get a double dragon, but no such luck. Oh, that was gross. Walk up in a crouching short, try to bait the throw tech. Didn't get anything off it though, unfortunately. Oh, what's a punish? No, he dropped super. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe what I just saw. I can't believe what I just saw. I'm actually kind of confused by what I just saw. How the hell did those supers trade?
Are you ready? Go.
You really would think that... Oh, because of the fireball, maybe? It was either the fireball or the fact that it was literally a frame-perfect circumstance, right? Because supers only trade in frame-perfect circumstances. It might have been the latter. It might have been an insane frame-perfect circumstance. Trying to level up, I might have to drop him to like actually level up. Protocol requires for that for a bit. I have to pull out my scroll of excuses. Well, I really don't want to apply any pressure to you, Nuke, regarding... I mean, the most important... Let me say this, guys. You guys are watching, you guys are playing Third Strike or new to 3X, you think about picking the game up. The most important thing is having fun. I know that sounds corny, but if you're not having fun, there's no way to level up. Because you're going to hate the game, you're going to be bored, you're going to want to quit, and that's not a way to get stronger. So, first and foremost, play who you want to play. Play who you enjoy. And, you know, don't play a character you don't like just to level up the game, because it's not going to work. That's a good trade. Vince, that was a good trade, dude. That was a hella good trade. Oh my god. 1-1. That being said, if you enjoy playing Ryu, and you know, you're comfortable giving Akuma a short break. Personally, I feel as though he might be a little better. So I might play at 12. Whatever you enjoy. Again, of course, it's oh my lord! Oh my god! Confirmations of low forward Tatsumaki? Of course, you know, it's important to encourage new players to try to play somebody that's they're gonna you know, learn the game the best with, right? That's why people say play Ken, right? If someone says who should I play in 3S, say play Ken. He's a good character to learn the game with. I really feel like characters like Q, like 12, like Sean, especially those three. Their characters are not only weak in the game, but even maybe more importantly than that for a novice, is that the way they play is very specialized, right? You could play 12 and get strong with 12, relatively speaking, and have very little idea of how to really play the game, right? Any character, like Q, for instance, right? He's a character where, you know, especially early on, so much of, oh my lord! What a whiff punish! He says, for the love of God, my name is Queege. Do not whiff low forward. Do not press low forward on me, dude. You better hope I have to block that shit. If that shit does not touch me, you are dead. Unbelievable. This makes me feel powerfully play him. That's how I feel when I play a little bit of Ken. That's how I feel when I play Rue as well as an Alex player. That's a punish. Yeah, my thing is when a player that's new to the game says, I want to play Q, right? On the one hand, you want them to play who they like, so that it stays fun for them, so they want to level up in the game. On the other hand, if you play Q, you're going to learn some habits and stuff, and some skills early on that are probably not necessarily going to be as helpful toward getting you past that plateau, that skill plateau, as the skills you might learn as other characters. So for a beginner, it's kind of interesting to say, you know, well, of course you want to play who's fun to you, but at the same time, if you're thinking about playing 12, you might find that, you know, he's not really the best character to learn the game from the perspective of. If you play 12 and you try to get some wins with 12 early on, your perspective might not necessarily, oh my god, might not really reflect what Third Strike is all about. I have PTSD from getting washed by a guy spinning light Shoryu, says new. That's tough, man, honestly. Light Shoryu, I think, is one of those tools that's sort of sort of misunderstood. Oh, a sick anti-air. God, I love this game. What's up, Oomph? Welcome aboard, man. Dude, I'm back, dude. I'm back. I'm back in business. It's been a tough 3 weeks not having a stream in my life. It's been tough, you know, not just physically, but also emotionally and mentally, socially. And so it's really cool to be back and be able to hang out with some friends and talk shit about Third Strike and do some commentary. That's 3-1 for Queege. Dang says, I heard someone say, play who you intend to play. Don't play someone to learn the fundamentals, adding unnecessary steps to the tank. Yeah, to me, I don't agree with that, Dan. To me, personally, I feel as though Third Strike is like a very fundamental-centric game. And no matter what character, even if you play 12, let's say you're playing 12 at the highest level, right? You're going to have strong fundamentals to survive. And I think that some characters teach you the wrong skills too early in the game. Like, I think that when you're early in the game, you're learning skills that are not going to really help you later on, and that's where the time gets wasted. That's my thinking, right? Like, you're wasting your time learning a character who's not going to actually, whose gimmicks, whose flowcharts, whose this and that are not going to really help you, you know, as you get further into the game.
Fighters ready. Engage.
That's why people say play Ken. Some people say play so-and-so and so-and-so, because the skills you learn with them, they're going to help you as you get stronger in the game. Oh, sick. But yeah. I think that, you know, my only, you know, hesitation about saying, oh, just play Ken, blah, 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 is like I said earlier. You have to consider as well that if you're not having fun with the character, you're not going to want to play the game, you're not going to get started. Oh my lord, these confirms! These goddamn confirms! Oh, I missed it. Queege is not dropping the confirms, man. He's just putting that crouching short sword out there, and if it touches you, you are eating super.
Welcome to the well on the street. I got the picture prepared for battle.
And this leveling up again takes work. I'm glad you're playing the game, though, Nuke. I'm glad you're playing the game again. It's such an awesome game. Just stick to it. Stick to it and have a good time and meet new players and grind on Fightcade. It's a really awesome platform for that. Make sure you fight guys that have good connections to you. That's way more important than rank, in my experience. Oh, sick! My lord! Standing strong, what a godlike button. I wish it was first to 10, guys. Wish it was first to 10. This first to 5. Queege is now on. Oh no! He thought I was gonna kill. He wanted to save the bar. Never save your meter. When I was still very young in this game, that's something Rick told me. Never save your meter.
Go.
Oh my lord. Could be it, guys. Could be last round. Oh no! Could whip punch that. Okay, you missed it just barely. Oh wow, really? Sick parry? Oh, what a challenge! The jab! What a fucking jab! The toe tech there from Rick. That's very risky. With punish. Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing! What an amazing way to end the set. He beats the EX Tatsumaki from underneath with the fucking, what do they call that? The, proctology exam. So crispy. Good games, Queege. Good games, Onagai. Nearhan, are you still around? If that had been a first to 10, I would have been happy to end the stream there. At a first to 5, I feel like we should do one more set. If Nearhan is around, I'd love to find an opponent for him. Nearhan's down to play a little bit. I wonder if I can find an opponent for him that's not me. Queege's so sick, Nuke. Queege is so sick. Let's have a peek at who's online right now. I would enjoy watching Nearhan fight Onagai, for instance, but Onagai says he's had hit the sack, which I totally understand. Oh, Neon, dude, I would love to watch you fight Nearhan. Neon, that'd be an awesome set. You guys are, I feel like, are right there in the mix. Yeah, Nearhan, will you fight Neonriot? And Neonriot will likely, will you fight Neon? I'd love to have that be our last set of the night. Maybe first to 10? Guys got the energy for that? Bricks from the Gnaw, 2 hours north of Detroit. So Queege's trying to move right now, huh? Nice. What do you guys think? Nearhan, Neon? You guys want to do first to 5, first to 10? I leave it up to you guys. It's getting pretty late. I'm getting pretty exhausted. You guys know me. I prefer first to 10s because I feel like there's more time to adjust and more time to kind of get a feel for the players. But if you guys are as tired as me, then I would totally understand if you guys want to do first to 5. To me, first to 10 is the ideal. I love watching first 10 sets. I feel like it's a really great way to kind of see the players evolve. To me, first to 5s are kind of quick. At the same time, I'm also pretty fucking exhausted. Princess first 19, you guys heard it here first. Let's go Neon. So first to 10, we'll do Neonriot versus Nearhan. Here they go. Now here's the thing. Neon is also an Alex player, and he understands Alex pretty well. So I'll be curious to see. And again, this is a really rough matchup. If Neon were to go with Oro, this is a rough matchup for Alex. But I also kind of feel like Neon could use some practice in this matchup, really exercising Oro's tools and making the most of them. Here we go, guys. First to 10.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Oh, the 40 block roll. See, that's fucking brilliant, dude. That's brilliant. Okay. Now, Nearhan's got a pretty good sense of how to move with Alex. I think that in this matchup, again, it's 7-3 for Oro. It's really rough for him, but being able to move with Alex is the most important thing, period. It's all about being able to make Oro whiff and then find the jump. As soon as he gets a little bit insecure, find the jump. Here we go, party time. I love to see Neon going for these unblockables. Oh, sick little setup there. That was cool. I've never seen it before in my life. He whiffed the roundhouse as a way to set up the timing. Oh, that was cool. Neon with the unblockables to death. I love it.
Prepare to strike.
So here comes the Oro bullshit. So much Oro bullshit. Now that was really not the, to me, that was not the best option there for Nearhan to go for. It's kind of, well, I don't know, that's not fair to me to say. Sometimes you just gotta let it rip. Oh, that really beat the fucking dive like that? Gross. Oro, Nearhan opts to save the meter there instead of go for the corner pressure. Okay. Once again, doesn't go for the jump over. Good. So that's the thing about Alex's stomp, is that if you time your meaty right against it, you can actually block the stomp in almost all cases. That's why I was saying to Nearhan earlier that it really does not make a lot of sense for Alex to sweep Alex on his own wake up, because really sweeping onto Alex's only tools that will make him vulnerable to Alex's stomp. Like, you really don't want to sweep Alex on his own wake up, because if you go for the sweep, then Alex's DP will whiff and he'll be safe because of how long the sweep takes to recover. Likewise, if he goes for the stomp, you're eating that damage guaranteed. Of all the things Alex can do that are lows on his opponent's wake up, sweep is an option in a lot of matchups, but not really against Alex. It's really not the best option. Oh no. That's one for Neon. Let's fucking go.
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the street.
Alex's sweep is ass. I'm gonna come out and say it, guys. Call me salty if you want. I know it's a controversial opinion to say that Alex is a bad character. I know that none of you guys are prepared to accept that. And I love Alex. And to be totally honest, I love his sweep as well. But his sweep, it's very particular. It's very particular. Alex's sweep is super, super sick when you are hitting it at near max range. Good block there on the cross-under mix-up. That's pretty tricky. When you are sweeping with Alex at near max range, his sweep is so sick because it's got amazing range. It's got amazing range and it knocks down. It's got high priority. But it has got such slow recovery compared to other sweeps in this game. It's such a very long startup as well. It's not the best. I got because it hits. I can super from hilariously far away on reaction. There's that too. Here's the thing, Dank. Alex's his stomp has no hurt box underneath his waist from frame 1. So that's really the only way to think about it. I think that it's the wrong way to think about it as invincibility. It's really just a matter of the fact that his hurt box is at his chest from frame 1. Which means that if you stomp with reversal timing, you will go through almost every low in the game. And I say almost because obviously it's totally dependent on hurt boxes. Anything will beat it that's high, Dink. Anything will beat it that's high. But it'll go through most lows in the game. The vast majority of them. And there might be a low that hits just high enough where it can't go through. But for most cases, basically its function is to beat low meaties. That really is its function. But there's a downside, right? Of course, the downside I mentioned earlier is that Alex's stomp has a very long startup. And so most of the cast can meaty you with a low button and still block the stomp in time. So if you guys are fighting Alex and you're frustrated by his stomp on his wake up, then I urge you to consider being a little more conservative with what buttons you're pressing on his wake up. Because really, you should not be getting hit by his stomp on his wake up if you don't want to be hit by his stomp, right? Because there's ways to deal with it that are actually not that involved. Basically, what you want to do is you want to not go for a very long recovery low. You want to go for lows that are pretty fast recovery, and that includes a Shoto low forward. Shotos can low forward and meaty and still block his stomp. Really, all you want to do is make sure you're not going for something insanely slow that's low. And also, you want to make sure you're being conservative with going for grabs, right? People who want to go for a grab against Alex on his wake up, go for a command grab or a regular grab. Stomp will blow those up. But aside from that, again, all high mediums will beat it. You can also neutral jump to beat it on his wake up. Oh, that was sick! Nearhan. Here we go. Oh, no, no kill. That was very unfortunate. Oh, sick attack. That's death. No punish. Could have dashed. Could have dashed and killed him. If you're Alex and you block Oro's EX chicken leg and he bounces off, you can dash up on his ass and get a kill. Watch the stomp. He's trying to bait the... There you go. Watch it. If he's crouching, don't use fireball. Oh my god, he's crouching. Yo, Nearhan wins. I wonder what Neon was thinking there. Maybe he wasn't watching the time.
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the Street Fighter. Well, I got the
1-1, guys. Which I like to see.
Are you ready? Go.
This is down back, gang. Yeah, I feel as though... Nice. When Alex is holding down back like that, and you're a character that's kind of just putting a lot of fireballs out there, you gotta be kind of careful, because you know that's what he wants. It's pretty obvious. I'll fight like Oro sometimes, or my favorite is Vince. I like my fight Urians. They're using a metallic sphere. I'm sitting there holding down back like a fucking. Or how about Akuma? Akuma's the best example, right? Fighting Akuma, he's throwing fireballs, maybe red fireballs. He's sitting there holding down back, like this dumb motherfucker is still throwing fireballs. And you can just stomp them. It's as though they don't realize that's what you're looking for. Again, it couldn't really be any more obvious. Okay. Whoa, that was so sick. That was so sick. Very well timed, but again, very lucky as well. Basically, as an Alex player, you're almost never going for a stomp on reaction to a fireball. Basically, you're trying to get a feel for the opponent's rhythm and try to stomp when you think they're gonna fireball, right? So Kenny says here, he was down backing me hard one match, so I dashed like 4 or 5 times into him and dashed under the stomps as Kenny. That's great. That's another option, right? Another option you have is you can, when your opponent is down backing, like a charge character, or really any character that's blocking a lot, you can use their paranoia as a way to move. Oh, you're trying to, trying to beat my full screen, whatever? You're trying to be defensive against this? Well, I'm just gonna literally dash at your ass. That's 2 for Neonriot. We're first to 10, guys.
Well, I got the picture. Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Oh! Oh, these slash elbows. I love it. I love the slash elbows. They're so cool. A little drop there, but Neon's been getting that pretty consistently. I like to see him working on that. What's up, Solidus? This is Nearhan. He's a learning Alex player. He's been playing really, really well tonight. I mentioned earlier that in some respects you could think of Alex as like Alex 101, dude. It's so essential. You can't, as an Alex player, you can't help but love it. As an Alex, oh no, too early. As an Alex player, you can't help but love the way that he plays because it's just so Alexy. It's just so Alexy. Good night, Apples. Have a good rest. Thanks for hanging out. And you know you're here, Apples. You're so fucking shady. You're like a kunoichi. Watching from the shadows with a kunai in your hand, or whatever. But sleep well. Hope you enjoyed the matches tonight. Tick-a-ribs. Nice spacing on that standing roundhouse. Assuming standing fierce. Punish that. You have to dash to punish that. Anytime Oro bounces off as an Alex player, you have to dash up on his ass and get some kind of punish. It doesn't seem like there's enough time, but there is. Silas says, I'm also learning the game. At one point, I stopped watching and started playing, basically. Silas, that's awesome. That really is why we're here. Oh, sick stomp. I think that Third Strike is the kind of game that, despite being 21 years old, it's, people are joining the game and they're jumping into it. In part because there's so much content created for it, man. There's just people that play Third Strike, they love streaming, they love making videos. And it makes it, I think, much easier for new players to come into the game, regardless of its age. And 21 years old and players that are teenagers and shit are still jumping into it. And I think part of that's because of, the fact that there's content out there. It's so good to be back, Apples. I'm really happy to have you here. Hope you get a good sleep. Again, for me, the past 3 weeks have been really, very lonely. And not just lonely, but, you know, surreal in the sense that I've been streaming every day, every weekday for for almost 5 years now, right? For 4 years. A little more than 4 years. And so to have 3 whole weeks without having that in my life was just bizarre. It was just fucking bizarre. Let's fucking go, Neonriot. Tuesday streams on this channel is a place for you then, says Brian, huh? You can find matches here of all skill levels and learn a lot. Yeah, I'm really proud of the Bruise Day Tuesday streams here. It's been really unfortunate not being able to do it for 3 weeks now. Oh my god. But it's just so good to be back. Even if my lungs feel kind of weird, even if I can't, you know, get on the face cam, even if I can't commentate the way that I wish I could, or play as much as I wish I could. Yes, I have no idea what a relief it is to finally be back. Not only because, again, of the emotional strain of having been isolated for so long, but also, I mean, for the love of God, guys, I cannot stress enough that coming down with COVID, it was so scary, it was so painful. It was just fucking painful. And having my health back is just such a relief to feel normal again. I feel like Oro could probably EXDP Alex's Stomp on block, right? Because EXDP goes so far. I just want that unblockable to oro.txt, and notice I already had it there. Huh? I saw one earlier, Vince. Neon did one where he put the super out there, and then he whiffed Roundhouse, and then leapt at him. And I was like, why do you whiff Roundhouse? And apparently it was some kind of tool to set the timing up. I never seen it before in my life. You think so, Vince? Too slow to punish...
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the street fighter.
Thank you, Sal. Yeah, it's been a really tough time for me, but I'm feeling a lot better. Because like I was saying, Sal, I'm really happy to hear that you know, you were watching the game and you're finally like, dude, fuck this, I can play this game. I think that this game has a reputation of being a really hard game, and I think that, you know, that's sort of, you know, it's you can obviously that's a very reasonable assessment, right? Very reasonable assessment. It's a game that's got a lot of depth to it, and that also means that if you're fighting players and playing the game for, you know, longer than you have, it's very hard to win. How many is this normally? It's -3 exactly, Kenny. It's -3. So you can punish it with Ken's super and other really fast supers. You cannot technically throw punish it. Sleep ball, Caesar.
I highly doubt it.
Gotta keep pushing your fucking oro.txt, Vince. Gotta keep pushing it. You gotta promote it. You gotta make an Oro Discord. I think you might already be a part of one, if I'm not mistaken. I think you mentioned that in the past. Sick aim to hear from Neon. Neon, really, more than most Oros I fight, has a very effective use of that EXDP when he's in the corner. Kenny, a pleasure, dude. Pleasure having you here. Hopefully we can get some games that you want to stick again in the near future. I would have liked to feature you more on today's stream, but I kind of felt like it wouldn't really be fair since you're on keyboard. But just having you in the chat, it means a lot to me, dude. Have a good sleep. Well, I'm sorry, Vince. Maybe I misspoke. I'm talking about Alex's sweep. Maybe I misspoke. I'm talking about, I feel as though Oro could punish Alex's sweep with the EXDP. I bet you can, Kenny. I bet you can.
Now, find a new rival.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stomp. I know that he couldn't punish Alex's stomp with the uppercut. That'd be wild. I mean, really, Alex's stomp is really fucking safe. It's really safe. Sleep well, Kenny. Hey, what's up, Dapper? Been lurking the whole time. Thanks for the stream as always. Dapper, I'm really pleased to hear that, because I know that you're not really a 3S player. But 3S is something I'm really passionate about. I love this game. Maybe one day we'll convince you to play it with us. If not, sweep is minus enough to maybe you can Kara DP it, huh? Yeah, sweep is hella minus. And I know that Oro's DP goes so far, I kind of feel like he can just be like, scoop. Surprised I didn't juggle there. That's why he doesn't chime in. So you're pretty smart. Dapper knows as soon as he says anything, he's gonna be like, come play with us, Dapper. Come play Third Strike. And he's like, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. It's fun to hear Vencabot scream like a fucking maniac. I'm not sure I want to play it. At least not yet. You gotta be like,
Fighters ready. Engage.
Solid Jean. And watch Third Strike for a while, and then be like, you know what, I'm gonna play this game. Why not? You know, like I was saying, this game has a reputation for being really hard, and it kind of scares off a lot of players. And again, it is a very deep game, but I also think that what doesn't really come through necessarily when you're watching strong players fight each other is that it's a very easy game to pick up. If you're comfortable losing. You gotta be comfortable losing, but really, you know, playing it is very simple and very fun. It's a very snappy game with awesome game feel. And if you're not too caught up on the fact that you're... Oh, that was sick. If you're not too caught up on the fact that you're not taking wins, it's a fun game to play. For any skill level. He says, I'm losing it. Hang in there, Nearhan, hang in there. Okay, Neon is no slouch, and this is a rough matchup. Here's the thing. If you're an Alex player, that's what you gotta do, Nearhan. You gotta wait right back. I was gonna say, if you're fighting an Oro player, it's Alex, the only way to win is to be patient as hell. Be patient as hell, and then look for your opening. Basically, you wanna lull Oro into a false sense of security. That's really what it is. You wanna make him feel comfortable, you know, sort of kind of hanging out, and eventually he'll crack. Let's see Vince. Vince will not crack. He'll just hold, you know, down back. But that's what you, again, as an Oro player, that's really your challenge in this matchup and in a lot of matchups. You gotta fucking be patient, and you gotta understand that Alex is out here looking for you to fucking just do one wrong move. And as an Alex player, you're looking for that one wrong move. You gotta fucking walk up and block. You're too far in your round. You wanna walk up and block, and then apply pressure that way. You know, apply pressure, that psychological pressure. Oh, that was sick! If you had comboed that, I would have ended the stream. Yeah, I see like Nearhan's thing he's going for is this thing where he's like full screen stomping. That's not really the truth, man. I like to see you know, not do that. It's good for, you know, like a mix-up. It's good for in certain. Oh, that was godlike. Please kill him. Oh no, you could have EX flash shot and save bar. But really, again, the stomp is good if your opponent's throwing a lot of fireballs and they're getting kind of cocky. But really, you want to walk up and block. He can't hurt you. Like, he can't hit you. The thing about Oro is all he has is his fireball and his, you know, stubby ass little. But there we go. That's what I'm talking about. This is the matchup right there. That's the fucking matchup. You walk up and block into jump range. You look for one mistake from Oro, then you blow his ass up. Right? Again, you can't do that full screen. You can't just sit back there and oh, that was fucking sick! That was sick! Oh, wow, we blocked it. That was weird. I think it was the fireball, the super was over top of his head. But, yeah, the thing about Alex is, you know, like, you can try to play it like, I'm gonna hang back here and stomp you when you fireball, but it's just not gonna get you the damage you need. You need to be intimidating. You need to, and that means, there you go, like, just like that. There you go, now you have the corner, dog. Okay, this is the matchup. Oro wants to run away, and he wants to be very patient, and he wants to put fireballs out there, and he wants to keep you pinned down, and he wants to use his roundhouse and his medium kick when you get close to sort of keep your buttons out of his face. And it's Alex's job to look for the jump. You walk up and you look for the jump. And once you find the jump, then you can get your damage. Vince is here, do a 2-3-6, 2-3-6 backwards and go for the auto-correct, huh? Try to reverse super to the unblockable. Yeah. Yeah, the only problem is I think that it might still hit you, right? Because the boog is so thick. Uh-oh, I missed this combo there, unfortunately. There you go, Nearhan evens, he comes a little bit closer to evening it up. 3-5. Okay, we've seen a little adjustment being made here. It really, to me as an Alex player, this matchup is about walking up and blocking. Again, you're walking, you're blocking, you're watching. And then once you get a feel for his rhythm, And what he wants to do, and when you might do it, then you jump. And you try not to get parried for a little bit. If he has bar, then don't get fucking parried. You might have to empty jump quite a few times. It gets you out of the loop. Also, the double jump heavy kick setup might simply beat it. I don't know, says Vince. Yeah, you're probably right about that. I can see how that would definitely trade at least and get you a situation where you're, even though you're hit, you're at least out of the loop. Oh, well, no, wait a minute. No, yeah, that's right. Supers will respect other iframes, other supers iframes. I'm not sure, says Dank, if it's meant for Alex's matchups or the entire. I'm sorry, what did I miss here? Pyro Lee plays SA3 Alex. When he played Hack in this matchup, he said it was the hardest matchup in the game. In the game? There's no way. But then again, I've not necessarily fought a lot of Oros with the highest level of play. When we're talking about matchups, we're talking about the highest level of play, the theoretical highest level of play, right? But I really feel as though there's got to be worse matchups than Alex Oro. I'm sure Pyro Lee didn't mean that didn't mean it seriously. Man, this is a very rough matchup for Alex, but this game's had some pretty one-sided matchups. That's true as well, Vince. I wonder if you could EX stomp it and get like launch. I mean, instead of taking the whole damage. Inside says here, can't let Oro just play the keep away game from you. Watch out for the dash and throws, and don't get hit with the crouching close medium punch. Yeah, that's the hard part. As an Alex player, the hard part is not getting hit with that crouching the close medium punch. But I'm not sure I totally agree with the fact you can't let him play keep away. I think that you kind of have to just like that. Oh no, he's gonna try to EX uppercut. He missed the timing of it. Oh, that would have been sick if that had worked. If I'm Nearhan, I'm hella salty right now, because that was his game right there, but the stomp barely whiffed. Seems odd you'd think Alex versus Oro would be worse than Alex versus Chun. Yeah, I think that I think for me, Chun is a little bit worse for me personally, but I can see how they'd be comparable. But even outside of just Alex matchups, this is the hardest matchup in the game. But there are some pretty fucked up matchups when you're talking about like Sean and shit, and I don't know, dude. Alex has it rough in quite a lot of matchups, but I'm not sure any of his matchups are the hardest in the game. This one is no fun if you're Alex, that's for sure. Okay, it's just super there. We've got hella bar to work with now. Yeah, it's exceptionally bad. That's true, guys. Exceptionally bad. I like the way that he put that EX fireball out there as a way to stop Nearhan from trying to get too much pressure. I got you, Brian. I could very well be. Yeah, it's definitely one of Alex's worst matchups. Maybe his worst matchup. Again, I'm not sure if I would consider it worse than Chun. But it's rough.
You win.
So Neon's pulling ahead again quite comfortably against Nearhan. I think Neon's learning a lot, which is awesome, so I like to see. Also, how about this, guys? Can I get sentimental for a minute here? The fact that when we met Neon on PS4 and he was such a beginner, and now he's the kind of Oro that, an Alex player as strong as Nearhan can learn, try to learn the matchup from, that is so amazing to me. Now we're seeing Nearhan trying to conquer, Neon's Oro. Trying to feel it out. Oh, sick. There was a time where, Neon was so uncomfortable in this matchup. Okay, defense. Nice pressure there from Neonriot. I like the way Neon's moving now. I think that, again, as an Alex player in this matchup, I mentioned before that they're really just trying to get a oh, sick! Oh, he's gonna DP. Oh, he didn't DP. Oh, too early in the grab again. Nearhan with these chokes at the very end of the round, so salty.
Fighters ready. Engage.
But yeah, as a Oro player, knowing that Alex is just looking for you to mess up one time, I think it's very important to stay unpredictable. As an Oro player, the Oros I have the most trouble fighting are the ones that they'll play keep away, they'll play, and then they'll move. Right? It's not all about the down back. They'll move, they'll jump, they'll apply a little pressure. They won't get too close! Right? They're not gonna get too close to you ever if they're smart. But they will not also just let you control the distance to pacing.
Final round. Now.
Right, I'm not saying that as Oro you should dash and grab Alex, but I'm saying that, you know, you can jump at him. You can, you know, jump toward and then jump away in the air. You can do a lot of things to make yourself a little less predictable than just hanging back and holding down back and throwing fireballs and trying to keep him out. Because that does, although it's hard for Alex to deal with, it does give him the mental advantage of, again, being able to look for your rhythm and then trying to find a spot to jump. You gotta mix it up and stay frosty. So this is here. I love how how Genki plays. I try to imitate him to some extent. There was a time when I was a total... So basically, it was first recommended to me when I was a total beginner to watch Genki play. So like, watch Genki and learn Alex from that. I think that when players told me that, they didn't really appreciate that I was brand new... That I was brand new to 2D fighters in general. Like, I had never played a Street Fighter game in my life or any you know, 2D fighting game. And so, one thing that never left me as from novicehood was watching Genki play and watching him lose all of his sets and thinking to myself, what the fuck do I care about watching Genki, dude? Like, I'm trying to be an Alex that wins sets, not loses sets, right? I appreciate that he's really good, but clearly there's something missing. And since then I haven't really got that much into watching Japanese Alex footage, but only in the last, you know, 2 years have I had the experience in the game and the insight and you know, understanding like what's happening in the second situations to appreciate, even if, you know, who you're watching doesn't win, there's clearly, I mean, obviously, so much to learn from their decision making and you know, their sense of, you know, the sense of the character's tools, right? But I only mention that as an anecdote because there was a time where I really was quite frustrated watching Japanese Alex. I really tried to watch Japanese Alex, and as a novice myself that really couldn't appreciate the subtlety of what they were doing, it was really frustrating to just see them, you know, doing to me what appeared to be, you know, just sort of normal Alex shit, and then getting bodied. And I'm like, okay, great, awesome. But as you get stronger, you get a better appreciation for, you know, what they're really doing, what's really going on. As a beginner, all I saw was what was on the very surface level, and to me, I was like, okay, what's the point of this? So I like the way that Nearhan's building bar here. He has really no chance of getting the dub at this point. It's really important for you know, late game scenarios against zoners. If they're trying to stay full screen against you, you can sort of hang back and build bar. Now he gets the corner. He's got to get in. Walk up. Oh my god. And walk up and block until you're in jump range. Gotta block those and destroy him for that. That's a reaction. Same time, building bar is really bad for Alex's Brown. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is I really mean that the most when they've got full bar. You'll find a lot of players will just try to zone you out when they got full bar, and you can just sit there and go, okay, well, just hang back, man. Fuck you. It's not a punish. It looks like it should be, but it's not. Alright, now he's got the corner. Let's just see him got a little more pressure there. But you know, Neon's kind of Oro player that'll make you respect his uppercut too. Like, can't necessarily get a lot of pressure on Oro. Dash and punish. There we go. No, 2 dash. You only need 1 dash. Let's see Nearhan adjusting though. You see Neon charging the DP right there. Yeah, exactly. If you know Neon right, you know not to challenge him when he's sitting there in the corner with his quills up unless you're ready to parry that DP.
Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world.
So that's what he wants. Neon's at 8 now. Nearhan's at 3. Can Nearhan get 5? I said that last time when we were doing a set that was first at 10. Can Nearhan get 5? Akuma is so much faster in the hands of other players is new cool, huh? Well, that's part of it, Nuke, but I must say, when you say that, I must respond with this, right? A lot of online Akuma is not at all real. It's just a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Like, when you're fighting an Akuma that is just applying dive kick pressure into, you know, dive kick low forward Tatsumaki in the corner, into neutral jump, into dive kick, into low forward tatsumaki, into overhead, into blah 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 blah. It seems very fast. It seems very fast, but it's really not as fast as it looks. In fact, it can be quite unsafe. Like as Chun says, Brian, I always go into the meter build mode where I have almost no chance of winning a round, but with some characters, I think it actually is better to rush in and try to land a couple hits before dying. You know? Okay, now be careful! Be careful, respect the DP! Kill him! Dash up! Oh my god. Nice jab. We gotta see Nearhan, as a growing player and having the opportunity to fight a strong Oro player like Neonriot. We gotta see him start to learn that dash up punish. That's really the fun of a set like this, or casuals. Maybe if they both have enjoyed the set, we can have them play some more games between streams to learn the matchup better. Oh, that was fucking sick. Learn the matchup better. But I gotta see my friend Nearhan block these chicken legs and kill him. Like, he really can't get with it. In this matchup, Oro has so many things to use against Alex, and one thing he does not have is that raw chicken leg. You can't let him have that. If you block that, you must destroy him. There we go! Could have been a reaction, whiff punish jumping fierce there. Got the meme kick instead. Interesting how he used a super there to make his hit grab safe. Raw chicken, nuke the raw chicken. Yeah, Oro's chicken leg overhead is, there you go, kill him! Is really strong, but if you block it, it's unsafe, almost all the time. There are some situations, at least as Alex, where it's safe. Oh, sick challenge there. I'm surprised that won. What the fucking hell? How the hell did Alex, standing fierce, Oro out of his DP? Is Oro's DP not invincible through its first hit? Throw him. Punish that EX Slash! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Nearhan! You can't fucking hit grab me, dude! Now look at, I don't like what Nearhan's doing right here, man. Why you let him have this? You can't just sit there and hold down back and try to stomp a fucking fireball. You gotta get in there. Here we go. I like that timeout, though.
You win. Now, find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the street fighter.
I guess maybe Nearhan's thinking was that he had enough, enough time to time him out there, but.
Are you ready?
Yeah, Nearhan, if you block Oro's chicken leg, as he bounces off, he bounces off you, right? You dash up and then knee into EX Flash Chop. Like right there. If you had blocked that, then you could kill him. Get good damage. Dash up! There we go! You can also dash up Power Bomb if you're too far. Okay. You can just raw EX Flash shot. Oh, what a whip punish! I do not, South. I'm not playing Switch, unfortunately.
Are you ready? Go.
Yeah, basically, what you do to punish his chicken leg is you micro walk. Basically, you block chicken leg, right? You micro walk, you dash up, and then you're almost always close enough for the knee. I think the reason why you missed the knee that first time was because you did not micro walk first. Basically, I think it's not really a matter of the fact that Oro's chicken leg is not as fast to recover as it looks. That's not really what it is. I think that the trick of it, the reason why it's hard to internalize, is that the block stun of it is not as long as it seems, right? Right? It's not a matter of the fact that, Oro's recovery on it is slower than it seems, but rather, oh, sick. But rather, it's that after you block it, you can move sooner than you think. So you start moving toward where he's gonna go. Right? Again, I believe what you do is I mean, if I were playing it, it'd be in my hands, but saying it out loud is kind of tough. But I think that the way it works is you block it, you walk for a few frames toward him, and then you dash and knee EX flash chop. And again, if you're concerned you're not close enough, you can power bomb. But it's punishable. Oh no, almost every time. There are some spacings where he will either bounce off too far, or he will land in front of you and it'll be safe. But if he bounces off your back and you dash up and you can tell you're too far, you've already. Oh, sick! No, you have to confirm those. You can already, you've already won. So basically, let's say that you do block it and you dash up and you are too far to punish it, right? Well, you have gained a lot of ground. This matchup is a keep away matchup. And,
Are you ready? Go.
And so, I guess my point is that even if you're not going to, go for the punish, you can at the very least dash up on him and close some distance. Just do knee flash chop and punch counter as well as his crouching. There is that. I'm not sure. I missed something in the chat there. There is that. The only reason not to do that as Alex is because the knee proximity trigger is pretty close. So there are many situations in this game where it makes more sense to go for standing medium punch, even though it'll whiff on crouchers. It's one of the things that makes him low tier, right? One of the most frustrating things as Alex is that he doesn't have a good, melee ranged poke. Oh, sick. To get things like punishes. Because on the one hand, you have his close medium kick, which only works when you're really close. The other hand, you have his standing medium punch, which hits from further away, but only on people that are standing. Oh, sick punish. That's so godlike. Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, in this case, against Oro, I guarantee that, I think it might require a micro walk after you block his chicken leg, but I guarantee you can dash up and knee and flash chop him. You can get close enough. We saw last time you weren't close enough. I'm not sure if that's because of the way he bounced, which again, there are some rare situations where he will bounce too far, but I think probably was more to do with the fact that maybe you didn't get the little step you needed before you dashed. Before or after, I suppose. I don't do it before. Yeah, usually I block chicken leg, and then I walk for a second, and then I dash, and then knee flash trap. And it is a punish. Oh, good pressure, but again, Neon loves that DP.
Final round.
Yeah, Neonriot is so sick, noob. Probably better if his far MK was input as forward MK instead. I guess you'd lose charge, but at least knee would be consistent. Yeah, Alex's close medium kick, it's one of those tools, man. Again, he's a low tier character, what can you say? It's just one of those tools that it could be so much better. It's not, it's functional, it's part of his bread, it's important to his bread and butters and shit, but it's not good. It's not good. Nearhan gets 5. Right, I'm proud of my dude.
Cool.
Let's see if he can get even more on the board here.
Find a new rival. Welcome to the world of the Street Fighter 3. Yeah, well, I got prepared for battle. Yeah, I've been waiting for this. Fighters ready.
Which is weak.
Engage.
I don't lose. How about fucking second impact? You can't escape. Oh, sick jab. I think he wanted power down there though, but if he had got it, he would have whiffed it on his jump. So that's the Alex option select, guys. That's the thing about option select. When you want one input and you get the wrong one, but the wrong one actually worked, the one you wanted would have failed. Option select. There we go.
Into the heat of battle.
My favorite Alex option select, guys, is when you go for Alex's Kara grab and you miss the Kara and get Toward Fierce instead, but they knew you wanted a Kara grab, so they tried to jump out of it in the Toward Fierce system. You're like, all part of my evil scheme, dog. All part of my evil scheme. Here we go. Got a 6 for Nearhan. Very convincing round there.
Weak.
Brian, all I'm saying is that it's so poetic. It's so poetic that Alex's Kara input is towards Fierce, and that'll blow up jumps. And jumps are how you get out of the Kara grab.
I got the picture.
It's just so poetic when you're just like, wow, I missed my Kara, but he ate that toward fiercely to try to jump out. That's why it feels like an option select. Okay. Could have hit him there as a whiff punish. See, this is what I like from Nearhan. This is what I like to see. You gotta walk up and block. Walk up into his face. Don't just stay full screen, and then get that pressure on him. Now, what we haven't seen Neon do here, is we have not seen Neon go for the parry on Alex's jump in into the launch, right? That's a whole other dimension to this matchup that I think that maybe Neon's not there in the game yet. But another dimension of this matchup is that, you know, Alex really can't jump at Oro with impunity, because if Oro gets that parry, he can get that launch, and then you're dead. We're seeing Oro, you know, Neon mostly, you know, block or eat these jump-ins from Alex here, and that means that's what you gotta do. You gotta kind of walk up. There you go, just like that, an empty jump. There you go. You walk up and you get in his face and you start to jump, and then you can get your damage going. Okay, nice. Good block on the overhead there. Caught him trying to backdash. Very smart from Nearhan there. Yeah, that's not punish though. You can parry buff for that. Gotta be careful. A lot of other Oros would. It's a frame trap. Once again, catches him backdashing. Oh, the dash up forward super. Round 3. Now, if Nearhan gets 7, things are gonna get very interesting here.
Final round. Go for
Things will get very interesting. This could be the last game. This is the last round Neon needs to close out the set. But Nearhan's been looking quite impressive. I've seen him make some really good adjustments here. Getting no punish there, unfortunately. Gotta not let him do this chicken leg. But yeah, this is Neon's last round if he can close it out. But if Nearhan wins this, we're gonna see them getting pretty close. What's up, Peter? Once again, catches the backdash. Quick backdash. Now, sweep on wake up is so good in this matchup. It's so good. Because Oro wants that toward parry so bad for his launch. Power bomb is good on Oro's wake up. Sweep is good on Oro's wake up. Oh, wow, the hell? You guys see that? What just happened? Please, for the love of God, block. Oh, no. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
You win.
Good fucking games. Good fucking games. Amazing set. Can Alex EX tackle an up ball from full screen on reaction? No. No, he can't. This is hard. Nearhan, you did awesome, bro. You came to, 10-6 is definitely, for a player as strong as Neon, you did great. And it's a hard matchup. I feel like you learned a lot from seeing how you developed over the set. Seeing how you kind of grew and adapted. I think that's probably pretty good practice for you in that matchup. I'd love to see you guys play more. But you did great. Again, you did great. You took 6. Neon is a very scary Oro player. You guys both did awesome. It was a really fun to spectate. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well in the chat. If you guys enjoyed it, let them know. I'm going to clap it up myself a little bit. I must express, guys, as a streamer for this game, running first 10s on stream is very nerve-wracking. It's very nerve-wracking. You know, you come on stream and you know there's a chance you're going to lose, maybe even definitively, maybe even 10-0 in some cases. And it can be very stressful. And for us to be able to watch these games and collectively learn from them, you know, the fact that we can all watch from all over the world and watch these players and say, okay, well, what is he doing wrong? You know, what if he tried to punish that? What if he did this? The fact that we can all take that and learn from it, it's something that is a very generous gift that these players offer us. Because playing sets on stream, man, that shit is not easy all the time. So the fact that you guys came out tonight, all night we ran sets, guys. The fact that you guys all came out and played for us, and they were all super fun. It was just a really fun Bruise Day Tuesday to come back to from 3 weeks without having it. I appreciate you guys big time. Hopefully Neon and Nearhan get some more games in the future. I feel like Nearhan was making some really good adjustments there towards the end. I think that, again, he must learn to punish the chicken leg. That's so important in that matchup. Oro, like when I'm playing against Oro, dude, You guys have no idea. Well, as soon as I block their fucking chicken leg, I'm like, dude, thank you so much. Like, I feel like I want to fucking, shake their hand. Because, like, Oro can play keep away. There's so many things he can do against Alex. Right? It's all these options against Alex that going for, like, a chicken leg setup or going for, like a high-low guess, like a delayed chicken leg, is like, dog, you don't need that. Like, against Alex, you don't need that. So when you give me that, it's so satisfying. Like, oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me block your chicken leg so I can blow you up. So I feel like, the fact that Neon was using it so much and Nearhan didn't really know how to punish it yet, I feel like that's kind of where Nearhan has to go for in the matchup, right? As a learning player, someone that's going to be leveling up here, I think the next step for him is definitely practicing punishing that chicken leg, because, my God, he could have got so much damage for that. Think about any jumping heavy punch. Yeah, the thing about jumping heavy punch as well is that there are some times, Nearhan, where I felt as though you didn't whiff punish with it. I feel like, confirming its hit is one thing, right? Confirming the hit is one thing, but the other cool thing about Alex jumping fierce is that so many times you will jump and you will see them press a button as you're going up, and then you can. I didn't mean whiff jump heavy, but when I say whiff punish here, I mean whiff punish their button, right? There are times near Han where you would jump, right, and Neon would, let's say, whiff a standing roundhouse, right, when you're at the peak of your jump. So in those situations, there are times where you would go for like tick into something, like tick into grab, when really, when you saw that whiff, you had plenty of time to say, I'm about to fucking jump fierce and knee flash out this motherfucker. Right? Like, he's dead. He whiffed that button. I'm at the peak of my jump. That was a bad move. That was a big dumb move. But instead, you might go for like a jumping jab, and he jumped out of your power bomb, and you're like, well, I got the tick at least. Right? But, there's that window of time there in a lot of matchups with Alex. Like, it's a really important thing for Alex in general, where you are jumping at your opponent, and then they whiff a button. And at that point, I guess what I'm trying to say, Nearhan and any other Alex players that are like me, kind of learning the game still, do not commit to what you're doing in the air too early, right? As an Alex player, the jump is a big part of his game, and the mix-up is a big part of his game as well. They're going for, I'm going to hit you with a bread and butter, or I'll tick you into power bomb, or I'll do this, or I'll empty jump. There is, all these options he has, but don't commit to what you're going to do until you're at the peak of your jump, right? Or later, right? Don't leave the ground thinking, I'm going to tick power bomb this guy. Instead, jump at him and watch. And then based on what happens from there, you can choose your route, right? And many, many times they'll go for like a sweep. Right? There was a set earlier tonight, but I don't remember quite what it was. But I think it was Nearhan versus somebody. It might have been Oral, it might have been his earlier sets. But you would jump at them and they would sweep. And if they sweep and you're coming down from your jump, then that's party time. That's so much free damage, right? Because they're not going to recover in time. You can get a huge combo off that. And likewise, yeah, I think in general there are times where I felt as though you sort of missed some whiff punishes. But yeah, I mean, you did great, Nearhan. That being said, you can whiff jump, punch over their head to leave them proximity guard when you land, so you can power bomb them. Yeah, punch game isn't there, says Nearhan. So yeah, what Brian's talking about is the Genki bomb. Basically, it's a gimmick where you jump and then you whiff the medium punch over their head last minute. And because of the game's mechanics, it makes their character get stuck in the block animation. And then that makes them freeze, right? It triggers something in their psychology that says, I blocked an attack, I should block the bread and butter next. Or the fact, like Vince points out, it's the fact they can't move. Right? They can't move. So it makes their character freeze in place. Exactly. It forces the block and it forces the block. It makes them freeze in place. Once they're frozen in place, it means you're going to land right next to them. And then at that point, you can, hit them with a like some kind of button, like a poke if you want to. You can go for a regular grab, or you can go for a power bomb. They don't block anything. Yeah, they don't block anything. They're in the block animation. They get put into the block animation and then they can't walk. And again, in a lot of players' minds, when they can't walk, it means that they freeze. And so then you can get a power bomb on them and they get kind of intimidated. Also, if we're talking about whiffs as Alex, I'd be remiss to not mention hold that technology at least once, which is you whiff jumping fierce as you leave the ground as a frame trap. So you basically, you jump toward them, and as soon as you leave the ground, you hit fierce, right? And then when you land, you super. That's round ender, right? His game ender. Right? Hold that explained to me that to him that's something from the bag of tricks that you pull out when you really need it. It super works, Nearhan. It super works, and it's because it's a frame trap in the sense that people, they see the width and they want to trip guard you, or they want to. They in their mind they think that they can punish it, and they can trip guard you, but because they see the attack, they freeze. Then they notice the width. Then they think, okay, well then I need to. But when he lands, punish him, and then when you land, you're invincible from your super, and then it blows them up. It works so much, and it works probably. The reason I mention it is that it probably works more consistently than, let's say, empty jump super. Right, like. If you're going for shenanigans, like gimmicks, then it's worth knowing that you can oftentimes jump, you jump in early fierce as you're going up. On the way up, you jump fierce, and then when you land, you're in super, and then they get blown up, right? Because something about the animation makes them go, oh shit, and they kind of freeze. That'd be amazing. Let's talk for another night straight about how we need to patch Third Strike and make it better, rebalance it. Fucking Alex has to suck in the super, dude, for sure. So Nearhan says, I feel like Alex has too many moves and they're all risky. I don't know, Nearhan. I'm not sure I can totally co-sign that. Every player plays differently and they see the game differently. To me, what makes Alex so hard is the fact that his buttons have a very large weak spot at Shoto low forward range. Right? Alex is okay from far away. His far medium kick is pretty cool. His toward medium punch is pretty cool. And he's not that bad up close. His medium punch is pretty strong. His knee is okay. His standing LK is pretty decent. But when you're at a certain range, a certain mid-range point, he has absolutely nothing. And it just so happens that many of the game's strongest characters are very strong at that range. And like Brian says, his pokes are, you put a poke out there, and then all you get is the damage from the poke. You don't actually get much off of it aside from the hit, right? So he doesn't get to cancel off of his pokes like most characters can. So between the fact that his pokes are uncancelable, and also he has, this really huge hole in his ground game, where again it's a hole that other players live in, rent free. And there's that too, Vince. Vince points out it's not allowed to be plus. None of his buttons actually apply true block string pressure. They can't really block string pressure with Alex, which you'd think a character like him would be able to. But you don't get to actually, touch somebody and then, be scary. Once they block your attack, you're pretty much no longer scary anymore. In most cases. But, as for him being really, risky, I'm not sure I can really co-sign that, Nearhan. I feel like Alex's tools, they've got pretty good recovery on them. They've got okay reach in many cases. I think if you're feeling as though Alex is too risky, you should maybe re-examine the tools you're using. Like, the thing about Alex, let's say, for instance, his power bomb, right? His power bomb is notoriously risky. I wish it was like any other command grab in the game. I wish that they had given him a command grab halfway as good as fucking... any other command grab, right? Power bomb, it does okay damage, okay stun for being a command grab. It's got pretty okay reach as well, but its startup and recovery are some of the slowest of any command grab. It's really embarrassing, and especially considering how little damage it does compared to a regular grab. But if you're finding that your opponent is jumping out of your command grab a lot and you're getting blown up for it, you have to consider going for power grab more, right? Like, Alex has... I really don't feel as though he's that, his weakness is that he's risky, right? He can commit to things for sure, and that can be to his detriment, but you don't really have to commit that hard as Alex, right? I think that it's important to, apply enough pressure to your opponent that they start to get scared of you. Once they're scared enough of you, then you can start going for the big bullshit, right? But until they are at that point, you guys play Batman Arkham Asylum, right? Remember how the enemies, they have like a fear meter that builds up? And once they're scared enough, then you can easily take them out. That's like playing Alex, right? And as you're raising up their fear meter, you have to play more grounded. You have to play more, more sneaky. You got to play more safe. You got to move, get in, get out. You got to press buttons. You got to do block strings. You got to empty jumps. All these things that make your opponents, have to be like, oh shit, this guy is unpredictable. At that point, then you start to commit to the bullshit, right? But before you can commit to the bullshit, I mean, he's got stuff. He's got some things he can do. So Brian says that Dank's typo reminded him of a fun fact. RX, the Urian god, got his name because he was originally an Alex main. In Japanese pronunciation of his name sounds like RX. I did not know that, Brian. That's pretty cool trivia. The risk reward of your sitting medium kick getting parried is not in Alex's favor, says Dank. The thing about Alex as well is that all of his buttons are high, which is a drag, which means that you really have to work your opponent's legs. Like you have to hit him with crouching MK and crouching LK and in some cases sweep. Well, sweep is sort of like a sort of risky, but in general, crouching LK, crouching medium kick, all these things just to make them start to think I've got legs. I can't just ignore my legs against Alex. I gotta hold down back once in a while, because otherwise they're gonna be tapping toward against you a lot and getting those toward parries, and that is a nightmare. It's a hard life being the main character and being overshadowed by the real main character, says Neon. Oh, yeah, that's tough, dude. Vince says it's fast on Carcrusa. Really on startup? Power BM? Vince is top tier confirmed. Yeah, if that's true, then I find that surprising, but it could be that it just seems like it's so much slower because Makoto is so much more plus, right? Like she's plus and then she Karaxas you and it just makes everything seem way faster. Powerbomb is 6, 7, 8, and Cox is 7, 8, 9. So get one more frame of startup against Karaxa. But yeah, for me, the thing about Alex's Powerbomb makes it so fucking obnoxious is not the startup time of it. It's the fucking recovery time, man. Like, how about this, guys? All right, let me rant before I end the stream here and wish you guys good night. But here's the thing, right? Hugo's 360. If that whiffs, darling, are we in trouble now? Right? If you're playing Hugo and you're 360 whiffs, you are in deep shit. And that makes sense because it's a very powerful move. It's got great range. It does insane damage. It is a great command grab. And he's an archetypal grappler, right? He has this great command grab. You've got Q's command grab, right? Hella long startup. But if he grabs you, he gets a launch, he gets corner carry, and that's great for him. He's got really good range on him. And then of course you have things like Zempo, of course very strong for the twins. You got Karaxa, probably the strongest command grab in the game, right? It'll grab you to get an insane mix up, to get insane combos off of it. But here's the thing: as an Alex player, let me vent for a moment. The thing about Alex's Powerbomb is that FR, its damage and stun, while good, are not that much better than his regular grab. And the range is important, but it's not that much better than Kara grab. So the thing about his command grab is that it does fulfill a function for him. I'm not going to try and say that it has no function. It's very important because it has that little extra range beyond Kara grab, that little extra damage and stun, but also because you cannot throw tech it, right? So for Alex, he has this really awesome mix-up where you can mix up Kara grab and Powerbomb. And, if they're going for the throw tech, they're going to eat shit, right? So that's cool and everything. But my complaint is not that, that it has no function. It's that for what it is and how it works, the recovery on it is fucking stupid, right? The fact that when you're fighting Makoto, 9 out of 10 times, you neutral jump out of her command grab and she can parry you on the way down. You go for a punish and she can parry it because it recovers fast enough that she is safe if you jump out of its startup. And that's not true all the time, but it's true a lot of the time, like almost all the time, right? And Karaxa is fucking godlike. So why is it that Alex, if they jump out of my Powerbomb, I will always eat shit on their way down, right? That's a free punish. It's like whiffing 360, right? But it ain't 360, man. That shit ain't 360. Why is the recovery so long? Right, I guess that's my complaint. My thing about Powerbomb is that, it's functional. It has a use. It has a very good use, in fact. It's one of Alex's very important tools. But But why is it that compared to other command grabs, like even Zenpo, right? Zenpo's another command grab where if you neutral jump out of it, oftentimes you cannot hit them on the way down. Right? You don't get a free jump and punish. But things like Hugo's 360 and Q's command grab and Alex's power bomb, if you jump out of those, then you can get a jump in combo on the way down. Which is, again, for 360 it makes sense to me. Right? Hugo's a weak character. It's very unfortunate that he has all these weaknesses. I'm not saying that if I had the chance I would nerf him even more, or that he deserves every weakness he has. But for how strong 360 is, it makes sense that you would want the grappler to not just be able to spam it. And as a part of that, that means, making it very unsafe, right? But fucking power bomb, dude. I mean, Alex is supposed to be like a grappler. He has this command grab. And despite the fact that it has a function, it is so much more risky than I feel like it should be. And if we're talking about risk reward with Alex, that's what comes to mind for me, right? The fact that his power bomb is stupid risky. Because if they jump out of it, you're going to eat insane shit. But, yeah, that's my rant about Alex as a risk-reward character. I really feel like, in general, you can play him very safe, and you should play him very safe. And I'm not sure I can co-sign the fact that what makes him bad is the fact that he has too high risk for too little reward. But I do think that his power bomb is a situation where, as an Alex player, you really want it. You really want his power bomb because, again, they can't throw tech it. It gives you a pretty good stun and damage. But at the same time, you have to be conservative with it. You have to be conservative because compared to other command grabs in the game that are way better than his, it is pretty fucking risky. It looks cool as hell, Nearhan, you're right. Doesn't Powerbomb have a late startup too? Well, Vince just talked to me about that. Apparently it's faster than Kadox by 1 frame. It's got 6 frame startup on the jab one. If Powerbomb sucks so much, why not use DDT instead? I wish, dude, I wish. But yeah, so I think that, that Alex, I guess, how about this, Nearhan? How about this? If you feel as though Alex is a very risky character, perhaps you need to be more patient. Right? I think a big part of Alex's gameplay at a higher level is, very much footsies related, right? If not what you would call footsies, then at least, but I guess what you have to do with Alex is you have to make your opponent, respect you on the ground enough to earn that jump, right? So a big part of playing Alex is playing very, 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 like a lot of footsies. So you want your opponent to whiff. Even though Alex's whiff punches are not that strong, you can't get really strong whiff punches, right? You still want them to whiff. You want to counter poke them, right? Poke them with your toward medium punch, poke them with your far medium kick, right? And then once they start to freeze because they can't reach you and they're whiffing and they're getting counter poked, then you jump, right? So it's like, yeah, if you feel as though Alex is really risky, perhaps the issue is that you are committing too hard, right? So much of Alex is just walking and blocking, walking and blocking, walking and looking and blocking, watching them, like a hawk, and then once you get that opening, then you jump, then you make them eat shit, right? Then you make them hold that mix up. I'll take any hot tips you have for my wacky-ass playstyles as Sea King, huh? I'll have to get some 3S next week. I'm looking forward to Sea King. I'd love to have you. What I feel about him is how I feel about myself as Nearhan. That could very well be. It could be that maybe, instead of Alex being a risky character, maybe you need to find in yourself to maybe be a less of a risky player. So all this is here, but one thing about landing a power bomb feels much better than what it actually does. Well, I think that there's a time Solidus where I was looking at the numbers and saying, wow, it's really pathetic that power bomb doesn't do more damage and stun, right? The fact that it does just a little bit more than grab, it seemed kind of unfair. But when you play the game and you feel it in your hand and you've played enough matches and enough matchups, you start to realize that Third Strike is the kind of game where, war is won by inches, right? War is won by inches. Every bit of damage matters. Every frame matters. Every pixel of distance matters. And when you look at it that way, Power Bomb is not that bad, right? Like, it doesn't do that much more damage than regular grab or stun. It doesn't do that much more, it doesn't have that much more range than Kara grab, but the extra damage and stun that it does have, and extra range it does have, that's all really significant to Alex's game. Like, those pixels of range, that little extra damage and stun, that means so much to him. So, yeah, I think it's good for him, but I do wish that it recovered faster. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out on Bruise Day Tuesday. Thanks for enduring my rant here. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm going to come back tomorrow with some random bullshit. I'm still recovering from the coronavirus. My body is weak, and I probably shouldn't be streaming all week. But I'm eager to get back in the saddle. I've been enjoying hanging out with you guys. And so what I'm doing, instead of not streaming at all, is instead I'm doing what I'm calling the recovery streams. They're kind of chill, no face cam. We're going to be playing some random games that just come to mind. I'm not sure what I'm going to play tomorrow, but I will see you guys next Tuesday for more Third Strike for sure. 3S here every Tuesday, guys. And until then, peace out, sleep well. Again, thank you for hanging out. It's been a pleasure to talk to you guys and catch up. I will see you guys in the next one. Good night, Brian. Good games, Neon. Seriously, Neon, Nearhan. That was an awesome fucking set. Thank you so much for playing. You guys both looked awesome. Shout out to Chulak versus Nearhan as well. Shout out to all the sets tonight. It was so much fun. My plan tonight was not to get too hype, but I can't. It's Third Strike, dude. It's Third Strike. Like, these are some of the most fun I've ever had commentating Third Strike, to be honest. Tonight was some of the most fun I've ever had commentating Third Strike. Forbidden Maneuver also. You guys made it so special. You've not had a great track record of culinary work. Before I end the stream, I want to thank the guys who make the channel possible. Thank you for the resubs, guys. A lot of you guys have been coming back and resubbing after I've been gone for 3 weeks. That means a lot to me. Thank you for the subs events, making it rain today. I stream 5 nights a week here when I'm not dying from a fucking coronavirus. And it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. There's a lot of behind the scenes I'm going to be doing right now from now until the night ends. But it's something I take a lot of pride in and I enjoy a lot. And if you guys want to help the channel keep it online, check out patreon.com/Vencabot. Or check out, Twitch subs. Patreon's probably a better way to save money, though. Get much more for your dollar there. And also help for free, guys. Check out our YouTube channel. New videos every single day on YouTube. If you guys didn't know that, check out youtube.com/Vencabot Archive, or you punch in Vencabot in the search bar and subscribe. There is Third Strike on YouTube 3 times a week, guys. If you guys like 3S here, check out our archive of our old 3S episodes on YouTube 3 times a week. Give me a bad run here. My world record pace. It's a lot of fun.
Are you ready?
My world record pace.
Go.
Nearhan Riot. Ooh, my God. That'd be a good team, too. Good night, Seeking. Good night, Newbert. Fuck. Thank you for our channel patrons, people like John Hernandez, KD Alpha, N Cruz, Remy, Syntheory, and Salsky Face. Thank you to Frilos Howells on Patreon, Ashley Mazzaro, Audrey Apples, Chulak, Dick Sucker, Hubie, Jordy Hargreaves, Michael Hinkle, Moon XP, Stevie Jones, and Wade Local. Thank you to the Shady Winners on Patreon. That's $3 a month. That's Brendan Williams, Foul Mill, GK Live, Good Vibe City, Juna Anon, Keith Best, Coolahan, Kyle Glass, Leon Madison, Mumblues, Patrick Shaver, Rage Against the Arcade Machine, Rage Against the Arcade Machine, Ricardo Garcia, Soup Tassis, Chen 20 Bachelor, and Toxic Vamp. And the young guys, $1 a month really goes a long way, guys. Trust me, it's worth a lot more than $1 to me. You'd be surprised. Thank you to Benjamin J. Harkins, Karina D. Scott, Donka Dapper Dons, Drew Newworth, Herb Durkin. That's my first time saying that name. Drew Newworth. Thank you, Drew. Thank you to Herb Durkin, I'm Joy Cruz, Kai Duke Infinite, Lisa, and Mark Parker.
That was sick.
Pleasure to have you as well tonight,
Oh my
dude.
god, dude. Oh, dude.
Thank you to our Twitch subs as well, of course. People like Zanzu, Big Nasty, and Eboff, who are the high rollers here on Twitch. Don't forget, guys, that Twitch takes half every sub, guys. That's why I say that Patreon's a good way to save money. Because on Patreon, you only put in, $3, and then the channel gets about, $2.80. Whereas on Twitch, they take literally half every sub. So they put in $5, the channel gets $2.50. Save some money, check out Patreon. Twitch subs are really clutch, though. They're very important to the channel's future, its longevity, its sustainability. And I appreciate it more than you guys know. I have someone that, has worked 48 hours a week for years, making, very little money back when I was, working in retail, only to realize that, when someone invests their money into something that you're making and something that you need support for, it's like they put their blood into it. When people help out through Twitch subs or through Patreon and they put in $3, to me that's like, that $3 is the fruits of their labor. That's something that they is definitely not anything to consider cheap, and that means a lot to me. Thank you to our subs, Stuffy Muffin, Audrey Apples, Balls Beat, Blue Abs, Bonza, Brother Nero, Cavias, Charles R84, Chumpit, Chulak, Dapper Dons, Dick Sucker, Dirk Blur, Fight J Fight, First Oak, Tiffy Brown X, FK, Eddie, Garbage Uncle Style, Goss, Herdrick, Here Goes Nothing 9, In Silo, Geefy, Beefy, Jetstream Justin, Juna 2, Jiffy Extra Creamy, KD Alpha, KG's a Legend, Coolahan, Lambda QL, Longlegs, Moisto Vakeen, Mothman, FGC, Mutable 1, Nearhan, Neon Riot 4, Nurgus Jones, Oni Ramen, Peter Steves, Prater 51, QB416, Raging Mage Sage, Scary Busey, Sin Theory, Stone Cold Ryan Meyer, Synapse Task Force, Faust Reven, Triple M, Welford, and Ukraine 3S. Thank you guys. Thank you, Neon, for the YouTube plug, dude. Check it out. I'm pretty proud of the channel. We have new videos every single day on YouTube and Third Strike 3 times a week. That's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's Third Strike on YouTube. Go check out more matches with the likes of Neon Riot and all of our friends. Who's a badass now, motherfucker? Go see Neon when he's a baby. Go see Chulak when he's a little baby. Our YouTube channel is a few months behind our Twitch channel in terms of content, which means that recently on Twitch, Chulak just joined the channel. And it's definitely crazy to see how he's changed his gameplay since then.
Welcome to the well of the Street Fighter 3.